Government ministers have defied a pointed request from Parliament's Speaker to bring emails from former Minister Claire Curran to question time today. However, Senior Minister Grant Robertson did lay out details of emails between Ms Curran and the tech entrepreneur Derek Handley in response to questions from National's Nick Smith. Ms Curran, of course, was stripped of the government digital services role after it was revealed she used personal emails and didn't properly record a meeting with Mr Handley, who was applying for the position of Chief Technology Officer. He was paid out $100,000 after the government retracted his job offer. Those communications have become the focus of ongoing scrutiny by the opposition. Here's our political editor, Jane Patterson.
In the House yesterday, the Speaker Trevor Mallard made it clear he'd like to see the emails held by Archives New Zealand brought to Parliament by State Services Minister Chris Hipkins. The Speaker has no authority to order a minister or MP to bring any document to the House, except when a minister quotes from an official document. Today, Grant Robertson was subbing in for Mr Hipkins, whose partner's just had a baby. On his way into question time, Mr Robertson was asked whether he'd be bringing the emails to the House.
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Because they're being dealt with via the normal Public Records and Official Information Act processes. What I am doing in the House today is giving an answer to the question that provides dates and details about the content of the email.
Once in the House, Mr Robertson gave the details of 3 interactions between Claire Curran and Derek Handley via her personal email.
The first, on the 11th of August, where Derek Handley emails Claire Curran about the CTO position and questions about the role of the CTO, including resourcing for the role and potential conflicts of interest. On the 14th of August, Claire Curran replies to that email confirming a call to discuss these matters.
Grant Robertson then described 2 further exchanges, one on the 19th of August where they discussed logistics of the job, including the contents of any public statements, contract discussions with Internal Affairs and the management of conflicts of interest. The third exchange was 2 days later when Ms Curran emailed details about the work plan to Mr Handley, which he acknowledged. National MP Nick Smith asked whether the emails in their entirety would be released.
Given his responsibilities as the Minister of Open Government and this government's commitment to be the most open and transparent ever.
Mr Speaker, I believe I have explained the dates and the contents of the emails today. As I said at the end of my primary answer, those emails will be released in accordance with the rules of the OAA.
Dr Smith pressed on.
Was there any inappropriate content in any of those emails between Mr Handley and Claire Curran over the appointment that influenced the government's decision to not proceed with Mr Handley's appointment?
Mr Speaker, the government's decision not to proceed with the appointment does not relate to those emails.
The Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern was also asked further questions about a text and email she received from Derek Handley about the position, which she says, to the best of her recollection, she did not respond to. Mr Handley has repeatedly refused to speak about the matter, referring RNZ to a statement on his LinkedIn page. From Parliament for Checkpoint, Jane Patterson.